Oh, I gotta do it too?
You ruined it.
You got it.
You ruined it. Well. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Woodshop 101. Welcome to Woodshop 101. This is episode 96 for August 28th, 2017. On today's show, we are going to talk about storage ideas and projects that fall off the rails. I am Sam Wooddell of Sam Ryan Designs, and I'm joined today by my co-host Jeremy Crawford of Countryside Workshop and Drew Short of Rockin' H Workshop, Woodshop, and seriously, this is why I stink at the starts and the beginning, because you guys laugh. And awesome Lizzy and Ashley from the Sawdust Junkies.
Wow.
I know, it's because
And this is Drew.
It's Jeremy. I mispronounced his name on purpose. I'm here with Jeremy.
Jeremy. And I'll just keep the ball rolling. Okay. Thank you to our supporters. Our Michael Brindle, Devin, Richter, Sean McHenry, and Derik, Ledesma. And I'm sorry because I am really bad at pronouncing last names, but you know I love you. And also PayPal, Neil Sims. If you would like to support the show, you can head over to woodshop101podcast.com/listen. Find the show notes for today's episode, and there will be a link for small one-time donations and reoccurring donations. If you want to become a patron to our Patreon campaign, then head over to patreon.com/woodshop101. You can buy a Woodshop 101 podcast t-shirt. Head over to countrysideworkshop.com/shop for the link. Oh my gosh, and I still have more. And we have questions.
I'm glad
from
you just realized that.
Listeners. And I love how you started it off, Neil. Hiya. I've been listening to the show for a few months now, and I have really enjoyed listening. I have a couple of questions for you. So his first question, everyone, is, have you ever had a project not go to plan, but found that the error actually improved the end result? I don't know. I can't think of one. What about you guys? Sawdust Junkies, Lizzy and Ashley? You guys can go first.
Seeing as I mess everything up, I'm going to say yeah. And then it turns out better because I fix it. I don't know. Sometimes you think you have a plan and then you build it and then you're going to mess it up. And then typically things I make are like, it's the first time making it. So I can't think of a specific example because everything I make is like, well, how do I fix that to fix that? So I'm trying and how to roll. So although I don't have a specific example,
fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I don't have a specific example because all of my projects start with an error. FYI.
And then they end up all perfect.
FYI.
Yes, I definitely agree with you guys. I always am calling upstairs, Grandma, I need your help. I don't know what I did. Something happened and it didn't measure itself right and I cut it wrong. And
Didn't measure itself right.
Exactly. He's always like, what, did something measure it wrong? Like, is the machine
those rulers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the saw blade. It wasn't me.
Could never be me.
I know. Seriously. He's like, seriously? How many excuses are you going to make? You made a mistake. It's okay. I'm like, I know. I make a lot of mistakes. Oh, yeah.
Like, Blue fixes everything. Gramps is not one to be messed with.
Yes.
He is not.
What is your saying, Gramps? What was it?
Pulling a Gramps.
Pulling a Gramps. Yeah.
I will say there's a couple times where I've had these total just like stupid to-da moments that I never... And like, so with the scroll saw, I don't know why the left of my brain or whatever only worked one way, that I thought I had to cut each piece out so that each letter would be raised. Well, then one time I was trying to do that and my blade slipped or I sneezed and I don't know what happened, but it messed it up in such a way that I couldn't now cut the lettering to be raised. So then I was looking at it and it's like when you start to think backwards, I was like, holy crap, I can totally cut the letters out of my piece so you see something behind it. And then,
Anybody have any idea what she's talking about? Because I haven't.
I like how she was like, I don't know what happened because maybe I just sneezed. Yeah.
It's what happens to us. So I will say I did have a scroll saw epiphany one day because I was trying to cut out a letter to glue to my sign. Well, instead I used the negative space. So it's like you use the positive space to make your raised letter. Well, I sneezed one day, and so now I had a negative space sign, and I'm like, ooh, that's really cool. I'm going to do that on purpose next time.
There you
So
go.
whatever that
No sneezing.
actually
It
whatever that.
happens.
Well-
I don't know.
I had an instance when I was making my wife's platform bed that I was making the drawer fronts for the storage compartments on the either side, and the center it was a paneled drawer front, but the center was beadboard, so it had that V-groove beadboard look. And whenever I finished making the fronts, I forgot to accommodate 3/4 of an inch because I had 3/8 of inset the way the router bit worked, so the rail and stile went together, and it's 3/8 tenon deep into the into the rail. So I had that on both sides, so I was short that much on either side of the drawer front. And when I stuck it on there, it was just huge gap, and I thought I was going to have to make all new drawer fronts again. And instead of doing that, I went ahead and beveled all the way around the drawer front, and then cut a strip that wide on both sides and beveled it on both sides, so it looked like another beadboard line going down the center of my stile. So it filled up the space, and it gave it a little bit more of an accent than what I intended. So
Yeah, look better in the long run.
Good mistake then. It was a good mistake. What about you, Jeremy?
Oh, me?
Oh, I already told my mistake.
Well,
my grandpa comes and fixes them.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Grandpa to the rescue.
Making more mistakes than that.
that's an easy solution.
He's great.
Just give me his number so I can call him next time.
I know. Sometimes, yeah. And sometimes my mom's down there too. But I do make a lot of mistakes. Like but then you learn from them, and then you remember the next time, and then you forget the next time. So.
You ever heard
then
of Phone a Friend? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Phone a Friend?
Yeah.
This is going to be Phone a Grandpa.
Yeah. Phone a grandpa. Yes.
Phone a Grandpa.
Hashtag phone a grandpa.
Workers. That should be a link in your bio. Phone Gramps, and we can send grandpa questions.
Yeah. Ask grandpa.
Ask grandpa. I need that.
Okay, we
See, I
just
don't
got
add any.
Phone a Grandpa. That's we just got show title. So, yeah, I actually had a pretty good one. I had this sofa table that I worked on for a long time.
Sorry, this sofa table just brings back all kinds of memories.
You know where I'm going with this?
I gotta go get my charger.
Apparently, she doesn't want to hear your story.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So we paused my timer. Anyway, so I had this sofa table, and I worked on it for, I don't know, what, a year, Drew? Mm-hmm. It was a long time. Mistake after mistake. Things just didn't turn out. I cut a shelf too small, and then I decided, okay, I'm not going to have a bottom shelf. And then how I wanted to finish it just didn't come out. So I decided I was going to add a different layer of paint. That didn't come out. At this point, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being in the shop. I'm getting stressed out over it. That I took it and I recycled it. I put it in the dumpster.
Dumpster. That's not a recycle bin.
It's full out in the dumpster. Never thrown a project away. And how did that actually improve the end result? I wasn't stressed about it anymore.
That's perfect.
I absolutely didn't have a give a crap anymore. It was gone. I could move on and not have to think about it. So that is the one mistake. That is the one time I've quit on a project and actually been okay with it.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I haven't had a mistake that's been this aha, oh my gosh, it's better off now. I feel like I just have mistakes that I have to figure out a way to fix, and then you end up learning from it later.
Yeah.
My mistakes are mostly in life.
Yeah.
They're what?
Mostly in my life. Dating the wrong guy twice, you know. It happens.
It happens to the best of us, I guess.
Date the wrong guy twice.
Yeah, yeah.
It's mistake number 2.
Yeah.
So you didn't
Mistake
learn from the
number
first
1.
mistake, and you did it again just to make sure that it was a mistake?
Exactly. I do like to do it like 6 or 7 times to realize, yeah, it's definitely a mistake.
I thought the first 7 times was a fluke.
See, I'm Ashley's Gramps. I am Gramps to Ashley because if Ashley does something, Ashley reaches a certain point of the night where she'll have worked
Lizzy!
all day. But I just have my little birdie out there flying around my garage, and I'm over
And then I'm
here
like hitting windows, you know?
trying to live my own life, and she's like, Lizzy, this nail just came through the front of this
Fix
side.
it!
Lizzy, why doesn't this frame fit? Lizzy, you can just fix this, right?
Put a clamp on it.
Right? Just that needs clamped together. So I'm Ashley's Gramps. Those are Ashley's mistakes. Like nails magically flying through the front of signs and things, and pieces just cutting themselves short.
Yeah.
You can
Run
call-
this through the table saw, make it even.
Yeah, I'm Gramps. That will sand, right? You can just sand that.
Put some punch on it.
It's a rustic look. That's how I always say if I like accidentally.
Rustic,
It's
right?
rustic, yeah.
At some point, I'm like, it's rustic, actually. You should just sand it even more. Mess it up on purpose now.
Yeah, my dad's little line that he always used to say was, well, son, I cut it twice and it's still too short. I don't understand it.
So,
And
Very
then
nice.
people always tell me putty and paint makes what a carpenter ain't.
He also has another question. Do you have any tips or neat ideas for storage, not just in the workshop, but around the house too? Keep up the great work, Neil.
Now, are we talking about storage that, I guess there are things around the house that you can retrofit, or like when you're in the process of, say, making cabinetry for something out of the box storage that you
I
can
would say
what would you say?
retrofit.
What?
What? Are you lost?
Yeah, just a little bit.
App. Where?
Well, I say one thing that you could probably do is organization in your kitchen. You can actually retrofit your kitchen cabinetries with pull-out trays.
Yeah.
So you can better organize and get to the things that you want the most. So even if it's like a kitchen like I have, these were stick-built cabinets that have face frames. I have a pots and pans area, and instead of having the doors meet to cover up, because if I want to put a big old tray in there, the face frame in the middle's got to come out. But instead of making 2 doors that meet while the doors don't up above, you can actually cut that face frame style out of there and attach it to one of the doors, so it would be like, it would go in and then the door would close on top of it. And that way you can open up both doors at the same time, have a pull-out tray, and increase your storage in your cabinet.
Yeah. And you can fit larger pots and pans in there. My grandpa did that for my grandma. He retrofitted a ton of different things in their kitchen. You can even do drawer things. You can build yourself like a spice rack, different stuff like that, different storage ideas. So
Like shelving inserts in big open cabinets.
Mm-hmm. He just did their pantry. He just redid all of the shelving in the pantry to fit like what they needed. So,
What do you got, Jeremy?
I would say no house is a shortage for storage space. Think about between the joists. Most people don't think about going between your studs because you have drywall. But you can cut out a section of drywall and build yourself in a little cabinet that goes between the studs. Medicine cabinet for the bathroom, you could do that. I've seen it in a laundry room or a mud room behind like the door, so you could put like some cleaning supplies in there. Think about that. Think about like things what do you need to store, and see if it would fit between a stud, and I mean it's as simple as cutting out a rectangle between two studs. That means you'll have roughly about 14 inches of total space between those studs, and you can make it as tall or as short as your wall will allow.
Yeah. And in the workshop, it's funny because we lose things all the time up in the rafters. But up in the rafters, if you have a basement or maybe your garage, I don't know, has no ceiling, use the rafters. We stick so much stuff up there, different jigs we've made, stuff like that. Things that you're not going to use that often, stick them somewhere, up high that you might not need to get to immediately. Just make sure you remember where you put them, because often we walk around for like 10 minutes. Like, where did we just put that? I swear we just put it up there. So remember where you put it. But it's a good place to put it.
I have in between the stud storage in my garage. That's where all my clamps hang. Paints. All my spray paints are sitting on that. If you have stud storage space, you should totally use it because you could fit so much stuff in there.
The paint idea is a really good idea. Like a really good idea.
I just built them. We just rent, so my garage can't be the fanciest. So I know it sucks for people wanting an efficient garage. Mine's still in progress because you don't want to spend a ton of money on something you can't take with you. But if you have some extra 2x4s laying around, you can stick those in between your studs, screw them together from the side because your studs are most likely open. Mine are open. And all my spray paints sit there. All of my little quarts of paints or sample paints. I love the in-between the stud for storage solution stuff.
Yeah.
Plank rack.
Hammer. Holders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the deal is most people think about it in their garage or in their shops, but they don't think about it inside their house because they have the drywall. But that drywall can be removed out of sections and be built in.
A lot of bathroom renovations that I do, we always niche out for soap and like shampoo and conditioner containers because you don't want to put them on the floor. You don't want to add a separate shelf, knock those back, and you're good to go. And same with like cabinets. If you're going to renovate your bathroom or whatever, ask your contractor. He can sometimes knock those walls back, and you can fit your cabinet back in between the studs. I recently just did 2 large, tall cabinets on each side. They fit perfectly in between the studs, and then my client gained more counter space on her sink area. So definitely ask your contractor because that's definitely a great storage solution too. And then you gain more counter space.
Yeah.
Making drop shelving in your garage if you have high ceilings too, because you can actually put storage actually above your garage door. Even when it's retracted. So that will give you some good storage.
Someone just did that DIY.
Very nice. Anyone else have anything to add?
I missed it. My dog was pooping. I missed the question.
Do you have any neat storage ideas for around the house?
Oh, I like furniture that's multi-purpose. I mean, people don't think about that all the time. You can have a bench in your entryway, but you can also have a storage bench. Even if it's in your dining room, you can have a seated little bench. You can, make your furniture be some of your storage, too. You can hide your storage in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. And then your piece is multifunctional, and it still looks good.
All of my Christmas lights are in my big trunk inside. My trunk's my end table, but all of my Christmas lights are in it.
Yeah. Make your furniture hold all your stuff.
Yeah.
In there.
You can.
Pull out trays under your bed. If you have wasted space under your bed, you can put some trays on some casters and hide them under your bed.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Nice. Very cool.
I don't know. Any more?
No.
I would say that if you guys are really, really interested in trying to find out some storage solutions, Pinterest is littered with them.
Yeah. Just type it in.
Organizing the space that you have, it can be the dumbest things make the world of difference. I'm telling you, your cabinet's going to look a lot cleaner if you build yourself a little spice rack. Your dishes are going to be a lot more organized. Sometimes you just need little dividers even in your cabinets because you have all the space, but you can't use it all. I have all this cabinet space, but sometimes it's almost too big, and so you can make yourselves little dividers and things in your closet. Like, spend some time making like things that fit your space, because to hold what you need it to hold, otherwise it's just all wasted space.
Or stop being a hoarder.
Yeah.
Stop being a hoarder.
I'm a hoarder.
Just get rid of it all.
Yeah.
We'll solve all of that.
Yes.
So
and if you need any help, Neil, you can always email me or anyone, and we can help you throw out some ideas. Part of my business, my mom and my aunt do the organizing. We have a couple organizing clients that are also interior design clients as well. So they can throw you some ideas. So feel free to ask.
yeah, you'd be surprised how much wasted space there is in your house.
So, yeah.
You just need to say where, I got something sitting on a shelf here, but I've got nothing above it. You can just make inserts that can take care of that little spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think one of the biggest wasted places in a house I see is under the stairs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You can do some super cool things under the stairs.
Yeah.
I just saw, off topic, but that in a magazine somebody built like all this for like their holiday table runners and napkins and tablecloths, and all you do is just open this cute little door and you just pull it out, and it's like you're at the store and you can just pull it. It was like such a good idea, because then they're not wrinkled or anything, they're just hanging there.
People actually do that though?
Yeah, I bet.
That's crazy.
I bet.
Jeremy's like, I don't.
We have some crazy, I'm not going to say anything on here, but yeah, we have some crazy clients. And organizing clients.
You don't want to say it on here. That's funny.
No.
Jeremy's disclosed some of his clients on here.
I know. Well, this one is just, she's a hoarder.
That's because this client dropped a solid maple butcher block table on me, or countertop, and then bolted, and I've never heard from her since. So
that goes back to the.
And I'm still working with this client. Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Well, do we have anything more we want to add? Are we good?
We're good.
All right. So that was a pretty quick and fast and loose episode. So if you guys have any feedback that you guys want to give to us in regards to storage solutions that you want to give to maybe some of the viewers or listeners, feel free to do that. Don't forget, we are on YouTube, since I said viewers. So if you want to check us out on YouTube, be sure and subscribe. Hit the little bell. Anytime that we post something up there, you'll be notified. So Ashley, Lizzy, Sawdust Junkie ladies, for those of you that don't know who these ladies are, which if you missed our last podcast, you probably don't. But if you want to get in contact with them, how would they go about doing so?
We are on Instagram mostly, so you can find us at Sawdust Junkies on there, and we're also on Facebook. Our email is sawdustjunkies@yahoo.com. We have an Etsy, but mostly to get a hold of us, we're on Instagram, so you can come hang out with us there.
All right, and we do appreciate you joining us on this second episode.
Thank you for
It's been fun, and I'm glad you were able to make it.
Yeah.
I wish we were more organized so we had more tips, but clearly we're just a mess.
We need the organization.
We need these tips, Neil. We're right there with you.
That is why this show is called Woodshop 101, because not everybody's organized like some of these professionals out there. Not that you ladies aren't, but at least you admit it. So there you go. Well, if you want to get in contact with Jeremy, Sam, or myself, we each have our own respected websites, which is samryandesigns.com, countrysideworkshop.com, and rhwoodshop.com. There you'll find all contact information that you could possibly ask for, including all of our social media links. Fill out any questions or feedback that you want to give us. We'll also feature it on the podcast itself, so be sure and check with us here. If you want to just get in contact with all three of us, including the guest host that we might have on at that time, you can send us an email at kickback@woodshop101podcast.com. You can also call our voicemail line at 409-234-3959. Once again, that number is 409-234-3959. And leave us some feedback or questions, anything that you got. We will feature that on air, answer them as well after we listen to it, and give our tips, suggestions, and opinions from everybody that is on the podcast. So that pretty much wraps up this episode. So, Lizzy and Ashley, thank you again for joining us. From Jeremy, Sam, myself, and the Sawdust Junkies, we want to wish you guys well. Please be safe in your shops. We will talk to you on the next podcast episode. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Boom!